Good afternoon. It's the Curly Head coming to you again from the 3. School has started and I'm all alone at the house again for the first time in months. And it's just a new season starting again, and I was thinking of you today. Last night, just before I went to sleep, I posted something on my Facebook page that seemed to hit a nerve with some people. What I was thinking on was that it is not on us as parents to make sure that our kids turn out right, to make sure that everything goes right for them and with them. What is on us is the maintaining of a personal connection with God. And here's why I said that. I've been learning that I cannot give what I do not have, which means that if I have no patience for myself, I don't have any to give to someone else. If I don't have peace in my own heart, I don't have peace to give away. I don't carry peace with me. If it is hard for me to love other people, then it's because I don't know for myself the love that God has for me. If I am having trouble forgiving, then perhaps I'm not convinced of the forgiveness that is mine in Jesus. You cannot give what you don't have. 2 days ago, I was preparing my notes to talk with Sean Hannity, and I was going to be talking to him about parenting, and it occurred to me that what we need so much in parenting, in marriage, in really any relationship is the real FaceTime. And that is your face and my face in the same space. I told Sean that day that there are no shortcuts to parenting. And I know in 32 years of marriage, there aren't any shortcuts in marriage either. It has required years of being together, and not just being together, but being so intentional as we're together, making time for and with each other. And of course, in 29 years of parenting, that has required so much real FaceTime. You know what? It's exactly like that with God. Now, when I say that, God's face and your face in the same space, I don't want to add guilt to those of you who are like me and were raised with religion. I'm at the point in my life where I despise religion. I despise the fake and the phony and the rules-based way of relating to God. And thankfully, God has delivered me from so much of that. And so as I'm talking to you about FaceTiming with God, it is not you must have your devotions. You must read a chapter. You must sing a song. You must recite a verse. That is not how I experience God anymore, even though I do read my Bible. I do think of Bible verses many times throughout the day. But this whole concept of living in FaceTime all the time with God has been transformative. If you know Jesus, and I mean you know him and you have accepted him, and you are in short supply of a grace or a virtue that you need, it isn't necessarily that you don't have it. It might be that you don't know that you have it. It is as though you're the recipient of a wealthy relative who died and left you a large inheritance, and it is sitting in your bank account. But you are living as though you are a pauper. Sometimes when we do not have to give, it is not because we don't have it, it is because we don't know that we have it. And I can tell you from experience that the more FaceTime you spend, and that is just living in God's presence, exactly as your children live in your presence. Your child is probably not talking to you 24/7. They may be playing in the next room, but they know that you are there. And when they have a need or something they want to share with you, they pop into your room, the room where you're at, and they share it with you, or they cry out for you and you go running. You're there all the time. That is what my life is like now. I am learning more and more every day exactly what I do have, the riches that are in my bank account. And so I find that in almost every situation that I am in, I have what I need to give away. And it comes with the utmost peace and simplicity and lack of effort. Your face and God's face in the same space. When you learn to live like that, and it takes practice and it takes time, you will find more and more that your life is filled with an increasing peace, with an increasing ease and freedom, and you will find that the graces of God just begin to flow from you in that river of life. It is amazing. It is such a joyful and a happy way to live, and I can tell you that it's possible. As you learn to live in this daily heart murmur back and forth kind of relationship with God, your cup will begin to fill and it will begin to overflow. And then you will have to give what your children need. You will learn to rest and allow God to fill their cups. And you will let go of that pressure that you've been carrying to be the filler and the carrier and the sustainer. You are not big enough for that job, but you are big enough to carry them to the one who is always big enough for your child and for you. If I can learn to live in this place, I know that you can too. I love you. Take heart.